Red Suns!
Princess and the Bear here, and we're landed on Batu today after a long flight in, roughly 20 minutes or so, to retire our nicknames for the day and pick up two new ones. Saz Vishers and Quinlan Voss. Because it's May the 4th. This is the one day of the year that the Star Wars fandom crawls out of the corners of the Outer Rim, aka the man caves, to celebrate Star Wars. So you're gonna come celebrate with us. So remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I want to see somebody buy some death sticks.
Let's go eat some food.
You heard the girl.
Jet juice. My first jet juice of the day on ice. It's really the only drink that I get here because this is the way to Star Wars. I give it a 5 out of 5. It's a princessities, or is it a princess? I'm not a princess today. I'm a Sith, so it's a Sith necessities item.
Hey, guess what time it is? It's time to Uncle Day!
On a day like today, just be warned, the more trips to Oga's you have, the closer you get to the dark side. We'll give it a pass for today. The Outer Rim without the puree. We found out very recently that apparently the fruit puree has some mango in it. If you're here long enough, I'm allergic to mango. And I got a little bit itchy after drinking these, but just chalked it up to something that happened. And never really gave it any further thought. So the princess asked. So no more fruit puree for me. Still just as tasty without it though. 4.5 out of 5 plus. The ultimate in fizzy drinks, the Bespin Fizz. If you want your outsides and insides to be as bubbly, 2 of these will get you started. Just watch you don't get a bubble in the eyeball. It's happened before. 4 out of 5 calls. We managed to escape Oga's with all of our credits intact.
And we will be back.
We'll be back, definitely. But I need food. I'm hungry.
We have a break from Olga's to get a Zuki wrap. Now, the last couple times we've had this, they've decided to go really hard on the way they chop this zucchini and just make it like hot dog style, which it really doesn't need to be that big. I really wanted the breakfast one. I like the breakfast one more, but we just didn't come early enough for that. I'm flipping it around because I want this side. This one definitely has reduced in the spice. I would say it's like a 2 out of 10 on the heat scale. It used to be like between a 4 and a 6. I really like it. I think this is nice. I like it better with the dust, but I will eat this. Ronto Roasters is like one of my favorite places to get a snack outside of like Woody. It is a 5 out of 5. It is a necessities item all day, every day.
So we have the Zucchi wrap because we didn't want any harm, any Rontos in the filming of this video. So I'm snacking. Maybe a Ronto later, but for now, this is Zucchi. They say there's no right way or wrong way to eat a hot dog. The Zucchi hit the back of the throat, and I thought I got a gag there for a second, but it's still very tasty. Not as spicy as I remember. Maybe they've toned down a little bit. Some of you have weak stomachs when you should have the stomach of a sarlacc, and that depresses me. But I would give it 4 out of 5 plus.
jet juice. Cheers. As we already know, it's a necessities item. We're just counting the jet juices now.
How many jet juices is that?
This is 3.
Jedi mind tricking because I'm really tricked into drinking this whole drink and paying for this tab. Not the bear you're looking for. Move along. 4.5 out of 5 claws. Tart, but more tart than sweet. You're like a lemonade almost.
Jet juice number 4.
The question at the end of this video is going to be which one of us made the smart move. The princess sticking with jet juice or me switching it up every single beverage I've got. Somehow I think she's already winning. Maybe next year I should be a Gamorrean guard. How about that? I got the tusks for it, right? No? 3.75 out of 5 claws. It's a nice meaty beer, so if you like Stellas or Blue Moons, Gamorrean Ale might be right your lane in the galaxy.
Hey! Hey!
All the jet juice in the world can't take out Sith.
No, absolutely not. And that is trip 2 to Oga's. We have one more trip left today, but maybe we should travel off planet and go look at some other things.
Ooh, I like things.
Quencher. It is one of 3 drinks that are alcoholic that you can get here at Docking Bay. This isn't the only place you can get this drink, it's just the most popular place to get it. Cheers. Actually, take it back. This is the only place you can get it. It's the other one that you can. After a jet juice, I feel like this is a little too fruity for me. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 drinks, but it's decent.
I guess this is what you get when you ask for mini golf water in space. It's more like nebula water, not mini golf water. I suppose I feel cool, so that's something. It's your normal Disney pre-mixed drink, so your mileage may vary. Depending on the batch you get, it can be very average to extremely terrible. This is more juicy juice than anything. If you don't taste of alcohol, you're probably fine. 2.75 out of 5. We have the gold squadron lager because if anything, I'm a squadron baby. I'm a squadron stan. Rogue Squadron specifically. Maloney, we need you to hurry over that show. Okay? Cheers. A nice hefty ale carrying this Docking Bay on its back. I mean, you're right, I like Docking Bay. but they really got to figure out this seating situation. It's a little nightmare coming in here to get food and drink and trying to sit. Mind you, I understand that this place is very busy, but it's a result of poor planning. Beer, 2.75 out of 5.
Which one's worse, Woody's or Docking Bay?
Well, at least when you're in Docking Bay, you are walking around in circles in the AC. Tentatively, because there's an outside portion as well. Though they are just as restrictive walking in here on a mobile order as they are at Woody's. I would still say Woody's is worst. The wait here is shorter than Woody's, even today, on May 4th.
So here we have the Taco Nada veggie dippers. We have some black bean gorgeousness in here, some bread, and all these veggies. This is it on the kids menu. I was not in the mood for the Felucian garden spread, so I decided to go with this. Actually, ugh, that looks like a raisin. I'm just going to try it with the black bean hummus first, which is nice. It's really flavorful. It's actually more than I thought it would be. It kind of reminds me of like the old Tatooine's Two Sons hummus plate you used to be able to get at Backlot Express. That's okay. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 hummuses. But I really want to try this vegan ranch. That's right, you heard me. Vegan ranch. Let's go. Yes. Creamy. Flavorful. A little bit hard on the coconut side. But okay. I would say this is a decent portion. I think if you do the Felucian spread, you should get this as like a side. It's really nice. I'm going to give it a 4.75 out of 5. What do they call this? A vegan charcuterie or something? I like it.
Well, it's one thing they seem to like in the galaxy is dippers. Dipping things in things. And things shaped like sticks. So I guess war never changes. Wrong IP, but those who know, know. So I'm going to take a little bit of the carrot. I'm going to dip that in here. I'm going to take a little bread. I'm going to put that on top like a top hat. I'm going to take a little bite. I like their commitment to the theme. The soil is giving earthy flavors without tasting like dirt. It's sort of hummus. The bread, dry, brown, rye-ish. Carrots, nice and fresh, no complaints there. Let's try this plant-based ranch. If you're looking for something light and slightly nutritious, you're better off here than ABC Commissary Backlot Express. So, I can't be that much of a hater. 3.25 out of 5 stars.
This is the other kids meal option. It's an impossible sausage pasta with some broccoli. I'm kind of excited for this. I haven't had any of the kids meal stuff. I always get the Felucian garden spread, so I'm excited to try different things. That definitely tastes like kids meal, like SpaghettiO style pasta. I'm not mad at that. It's just a little sweet. I could use a little bit more seasoning, but it's a kid's option, so obviously it's not going to be super seasoned. I'm okay with this. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 pastas. Not because it's, you know, like super seasoned or anything like that, but because it's a really nice, hearty portion. In a land where you can't really get a lot of heartiness. You only have here in Ronto's, and Ronto's closes way too early, so this is good.
See, this portion here was me as a child. Mom's spaghetti, I don't think Mom's in space, and broccoli. It's really all I needed as a child. We have a family spaghetti recipe, chock full of what would normally be ground beef, and some different proprietary seasonings. They're really not that special. And then obviously some steamed broccoli, but that's the only vegetable I would eat as a child. This takes me back. Would I eat this here at Galaxy's Edge? Probably. It wasn't a billion degrees outside. Honestly, for what amounted to Docking Bay 7's version of kids spaghetti, I was expecting a lot of work. It's not the most punchy thing season-wise, but it is seasoned. not just plain impossible with sauce, which I appreciate. I mean, a little pepper and you probably be just fine. It's a decent dish. If you wanted like one plant-based meal that will carry you through probably the whole day, God's Edge, this carb-loaded little black thick pot here would probably do you. I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Now it's time for the pocket parm, because there's really no better meal for a pocket parm than this one. Why not? Let's go. Cheers. Yes. This sets it off. This just enhances it. Just a little bit, just like a 0.25 more. So tasty. So amazing. Always bring a little bit of pocket parm with you if you're gonna eat pasta. It's necessary.
Here we have the crispy beef and potato stir fry. This is actually one of the dishes that they've added, I wouldn't say recently, but just the last time we came here. It's a stir fried beef with peppers, some pickled onions in here, some beef, some potatoes somewhere as well, and then you have some herbed yuca to go along with it. Now, in typical Star Wars Galaxy Edge form, they're just giving you a big block of the beef. Huge block. Like, you cut up everything else in this dish, but then you didn't cut up the beef, which is fine. You gave me a fork. I suppose I can make do. It does at least seem to want to fall apart on the fork, but it's got several huge chunks of beef in here. Go ahead and tear that up like so many Imperial garbage disposals. And when I say Imperial garbage disposals, I mean me. Fork that, some of them veggies, because children. Just because we're in galaxies so far, far away, doesn't mean you don't have to eat your veggies. If I gotta eat my veggies, you gotta eat your veggies. I'll admit, my faith in Galaxy's Edge food is only slightly above board. I'm expecting dishes that are themed, but sort of like as much flavor as Tatooine Desert. But honestly, these peppers and the beef is really well seasoned and tender. I'm a little annoyed the beef isn't like cold or shredded, but I mean, like, you get tons, you can shred it on your own. And the vegetables are actually seasoned. They're not just like stir-fried veggies with like nothing on them. There's herbs, they've been cooked, but they still manage to cook them and not like make them mush. So they're doing a great job. I would give those 4.25 or 5 stars. I am pleasantly surprised. These herb yuca, which I'm kind of curious, probably are not vegan, but you can order these as just a side. If these were vegan, I'm sure the princess would be all over these. If somebody knows or finds out if they are, before we do, all means let us know, because I might have to drag her away from this place kicking and screaming if she finds out she can get yuca at Hollywood Studios.
We can go find out in 2 seconds right now.
That means I have to get up. The herb? It's herb. It's really light. But like, light that doesn't overpower what makes yuca yuca. It's not like herb cover. It's herb company, which is actually really good. If these were vegan, we are in trouble. This whole dish, I'm giving it a 4.25 out of 5 claws. Honestly, I know it doesn't look like much, but it works. Docking Bay continues to be one of the most frustrating experiences in this land. Some people talk about getting a rise queue. Some people talk about waiting in line for Smuggler's Run. Even some people complain about Oga's. My number one complaint about this place is anything having to do with sitting in Docking Bay makes me want to shave my head.
I want to say the only time that Bear and I actually enjoyed a Docking Bay experience was opening day of this land, where everybody was in line for Smuggler's Run,
and nobody wanted to eat.
We went to Doc Ondar's in Docking Bay and empty. So if you can ever go to Docking Bay when it's empty, there are beautiful sights and sounds that you can only experience when that restaurant is dead. Otherwise, you're not really going to be able to appreciate all that is Docking Bay, but you should still eat there.
And after we eat there, I mean, we already ate there, I'm going to go find a way to steal that X-Wing. Just saying.
No, he's not.
That's it. Having made it forth to you all, may the force be with you.
And also with you.
We had a fun day hanging out here at Hollywood Studios, celebrating with all our fellow Star Wars nerds, nerdettes, and just plain nerds. It's a fun day, but you gotta remember to pace yourself. The heat is a lot, you gotta hydrate, but you can still come out here and have a good time.
We actually had 5 reservations for Oga's. I think we only went to 2, 3. 3? That's fine. 3 is plenty.
We know our limits.
We ate all of our food. We went to Ronto. We went to Docking Bay. We didn't get any merch because the lines were crazy outside of Studio One, which didn't have what I wanted. I'll buy those Amidala ears on Shop Disney, if not at another day, because I doubt they're going anywhere.
But I want to know what you guys do to celebrate May the 4th or any other nerd holiday that you do. Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
If it sounds interesting enough, we may do it ourselves. So, comments will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
We have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. Otherwise, Bear will be forced to do the Force drinking game that he absolutely hates, where we watch Star Wars and we drink anytime they say the Force, Jedi, or Metachlorians, and we watch all 6 videos.
Yeah,
So
I'm not doing that.
imagine.
But you heard the
Imagine.